want to welcome you to Fort Collins, Colorado, home of the Rams of Colorado State. 20-8, facing off against the Nevada Wolfpack. 22-6, live from Moby Arena at Colorado State University. And I am Derek Clark here along with Stanford All-American Casey Jacobson. And this is going to be a key matchup as both teams are in desperate need of a win if they want to keep themselves alive for the best possible chance of getting into the big dance.
Every single night in the Mountain West is a tough battle, and Colorado State, their road has been bumpy. They've lost 3 of their last 4, but they're going to have to deal with Jarod Lucas tonight. Nevada's leading scorer in the season. He's an instructional video on how to use screens, move without the basketball, and he lit up the Colorado State Rams in the first matchup for 28 points. So he'll be the main focus for the Rams defense tonight, and his ability to catch, off the move, bounce, get in the lane, he takes contact, he gets to the foul line, he can do it all. And without Keenan Blackshear, their second leading scorer and leading assist maker, there's a lot on Jarod Lucas's shoulders tonight.
And there's a look at Stevens, the star point guard who has racked up pretty much every single accolade you can think of during his career as a Colorado State Ram.
Nipping on the heels of Jimmer Fredette, one of the best to ever do it at the college game. Every time that Isaiah Stevens steps on the floor, he just adds to his legendary status.
There's a look at the starting lineups. Hunter McIntosh, the senior, slides into the place of Keenan Blackshear. He tried to give it a go. Was getting treatment pretty much right up till tip-off, but he is out. And that just, from a basketball perspective, sucks to see he won't be able to go against another star guard on the other side for Nevada, and Lucas is going to have his hands full. But we'll see how it shakes out. That's tip-off is controlled by Colorado State.
Oh, the Rams play a beautiful brand of offensive basketball, and they're the best passing team in the Mountain West.
Of course, they're undefeated at home in the Mountain West.
Well, there's a reason why this team leads the league in assists and assist-to-turnover ratio. You saw it on the very first possession. Every single Colorado State player touched the ball.
There's a look inside, it's knocked away. The Rams got it again, they're running. Stevens with his head up strong for 3. Back rim, no good.
It's really important for Nevada to find some offensive rhythm and flow early without their point guard, Keenan Blackshear. And here's a guy that can really shoot it, Hunter McIntosh.
Coming off his best game this season as a member of the Nevada Wolfpack, as Lucas gets to that patented pull-up jumper to his right. That's a jumper that he hit. I don't even remember how many times he hit that jumper. I mean, it was just so regular for him last time he played this team in Reno, as a rare off-the-mark pass from Stevens.
Yeah, Jarod Lucas had his most efficient shooting game of the season. He was 10 for 14 from the field against the Rams in Reno, and off to a great start here on the road.
Shot clock on 10. Lucas is going to have to cook. Tries to get back to his right hand again. They double, shut him off. McIntosh lasers one from 3, and it's good. There he goes.
That possession was going nowhere. They don't want to give Jarod Lucas the ball in a double team and ask him to create a shot. And fortunately for Nevada, he found the escape valve in McIntosh.
Went 6 for 9 from the three-point line in that blowout win at San Jose State. So he's hot right now.
Yeah, 5 of those 6 threes came in the second half.
There's a guy who's been trying to shoot the 3 ball a little bit more. That's Cartier. Finds himself open a lot. And that's one thing that his coach has encouraged him to do a little bit more. Because he's going to have that shot, Casey, almost all day. As McIntosh has another shot all day. And all day it's good. 2 straight 3-pointers for Hunter McIntosh. So he's still pretty warm.
Oh, yeah, I can see the steam coming off his forehead, man. Still hot from that San Jose State game, second half. And how about the tip out from KJ Himes, getting his team an extra possession?
Nevada off to an all-important 8 8-3 start. Cartier can't get that one to go, just left it a bit short. Here comes Lucas in the pack. They swing the ball, McIntosh. Is he still hot? Almost.
How could Colorado State defensively leave him?
I was just about to say that, but you beat me to it.
Or make somebody else make a three.
Nice pocket pass from Isaiah Stevens. And we're going to have some post work here. Scott's going to be fast. McIntosh picks up his first. McIntosh, the graduate, came over from Elon. He was all CAA third team his junior year. He made 87 threes. So, Casey, he's been shooting the ball for a while. Maybe not on national television for all of us to see.
Yeah, well,
but he's a capable shooter.
Yeah, he's a capable shooter. He's also he's actually a natural point guard at Colorado State. This is a bunny down there, Scott. Yeah, right here. McIntosh last year, Derek, was supposed to be Steve Alford's starting point guard. It wasn't supposed to be Keenan Blackshear, but McIntosh gets hurt. Blackshear steps up into the role and ends up being an all-Mountain West Conference player the last 2 years.
Now McIntosh has got to step up in a big spot for Blackshear as it comes full circle. Davidson, corner, and he bats one out to Coleman. Lines up a triple. That looked good out of his hand, but just a little bit short.
Still getting extra possessions off offensive rebounds and second chances. That's got to drive Nico Medved crazy. The battle on the glass is going to be paramount tonight.
Strong trying to direct traffic. Clifford to get it. He's got to look at a three. Another good look, Casey, that just didn't go down.
And after Isaiah Stevens makes the first shot on the first possession for the Rams, he hasn't really been involved in the last 3 possessions in a row. I think Colorado State's trying to establish their inside presence. Like this matchup right here, Derek.
Coleman doubled, and they stripped it out of his hand, no call. Alford wants a call, he's not going to get it. And Coleman, after he got it stripped, tried to come and save it. Good hustle by Coleman. But it's going to be Colorado State ball.
Well, if you're missing your starting point guard and your second leading scorer, who else is going to step and fill that void? So far, it's been Hunter McIntosh.
Welcome back to Moby Arena, where Nevada has gotten off to a pretty good start for Steve Alford. They're up 8-3 early on this ball game. And tonight's player to watch is sponsored by Intuit QuickBooks. Get big picture insights for your small business. That's how you business differently. And for our player to watch, it's actually going to be multiple players. This is the trio of guys that Colorado State has found from all over the place. Cartier, Scott, and Palmer, all at Division II or Division III schools. And Nico Medved has integrated them, and they all play a key part in the lineup for this Colorado State Rams team. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, Nico Medved and his staff, they're turning over every leaf in recruiting, trying to find diamonds in the rough. And 2 of those 3 guys that we just showed you are averaging double figures on the season.
Late with a good look for 3. And he was one of the few bright spots for the Rams in their last game against Nevada.
Yeah, he had a game-high 13 points in that one. And what you need to know about Lake is he is hunting the three-point line. That's his strength on the offensive end. A complimentary piece to Isaiah Stevens and company.
Bemba, the freshman, came in off the bench for the Rams and committed a foul. And going back a little bit to that weird start we saw from Colorado State. Could it be because they're simply not used to the weirdness of this Nevada team playing without Blackshear for the first time under Steve Alford?
I'm with you. It is weird to watch Nevada as Isaiah Stevens hits back rim on that medium-range J. Excuse me. Keenan Blackshear has played in every single game that he's been at Nevada. In fact, in his 5-year college career, he's only missed 1 game. That was early on in his career at FAU. So yeah, it's strange for everybody watching this.
Davidson misses point blank. And yeah, I mean, Casey, you can talk all day and shoot around and look at papers and discuss verbally all you want of what you're going to do against a team without Keenan Blackshear, but the fact of the matter is, there's no tape on planet Earth with Nevada without Blackshear. So it's really hard until you get to live action to play against a team that you don't have an idea how to scout. As they get an offensive rebound, and Clifford hits from the corner after the offensive rebound.
It's a really important shot for Nick Clifford, who is struggling from behind the arc. His last three games, 3 for 25 from 3. The battle on the glass is going to be, it's always huge. And Colorado State finally evening out that battle, get their first second chance opportunity in this game.
Blake committed his first foul, and there's Jarod Lucas creating fouls with that jumper. And that was one thing that head coach Medved also pointed out in shoot-around. He was very wary of the craftiness of Lucas coming around that corner with that pull-up. His ability to draw fouls. He just did it right there. And this is chalk, by the way, at the free throw line.
Yeah, he doesn't miss at the foul line, and he has shot 142 foul shots this season. For a player at his position, normally you see that at the big position, centers and forwards, not your shooting guard.
Stevens float game and gets that roll. Right back in the game of the Rams, so they've settled in.
I saw Isaiah Stevens out here 2 hours before the game working on that very shot, that runner in the lane.
That's a runner that all undersized guards should have. Davidson trying to create, can't get it.
You see how early Isaiah Stevens gives up that basketball in the open floor? He is not a gunner, he's not a ball hog. This guy is always looking to pass first.
Blake, small push off, not enough to call, and we're going to have a jump ball.
Well, if we're going to have some rugby scrums underneath the basket tonight, you better believe that Joe Palmer's going to be involved, and Nick Davidson's going to be involved as well. These guys, they don't care. They're willing to dive on the ground. There's Headband Joe right there, and Nick Davidson. Let's go, man.
Here's Daniel Foster into the game for the first time, along with the freshman point guard Tyler Rollison, who's going to be thrust into a bigger role with the absence of Keenan Blackshear.
And Rollison, who handles the ball right now, number 3, is just a freshman.
Oh my goodness, excuse me. KJ Himes right over the top of the Rams. I don't think the Rams saw that one coming.
Rollison guarding Isaiah Stevens with no help responsibilities, basically face guarding Stevens.
And Himes, who caught with another foul with the shot clock winding down.
KJ Himes, 6'10", and using all of that length and weight to put Colorado State's defense under the rim.
(14-11), Nevada has gotten off to a great start. Colorado State worked their way back into the game after the first time out, when Nevada on top by 3 here in road territory. Take a look at Blackshear and Lucas. They are the highest scoring duo in the Mountain West, and when we say they're missing a big piece, the Nevada Wolfpack, we mean that in every sense of the word.
Yeah, Keenan is not playing tonight because he re-aggravated a calf strain on his left foot, I believe, against San Jose State. Didn't play the last 9 or 10 minutes of that game. It's a huge loss, obviously, because Nevada is 13-1 this season when Lucas and Blackshear combined to score 30 points. Obviously, with no Blackshear, is it going to be on this young man right here, Jarod Lucas? Can he get 30 by himself? We'll see.
Blackshear almost single-handedly took over the last game they played down the stretch. It was unguardable one-on-one in the second half of the second half. Number 24. Oh, a nice slimy Euro step through the defense. Dre Coleman scores on the left side.
You haven't seen Trey Coleman play number 4 in Navy. Does a little bit of everything.
Palmer yanks and fires. Not one. Good job on the defensive glass lately for Nevada after they gave up a couple offensive rebounds early on in the first part of the game. Lucas, a step back three. It's good. My goodness, Jarod Lucas doing what he does, and Nevada's out to a 19-11 lead, their largest of the game. I mean, did that even touch the net?
One of the best shooting guards in the Western United States, Jarod Lucas.
I wouldn't panic yet if I were Colorado State.
Oh, we still got more than 30 minutes to go here, but the fans are a little bit anxious. You can feel it.
Embo fires away. That's a big hit early on. Yeah, the Rams themselves probably are not nervous, but the fans are like, what's going on, Casey? What is this?
Bemba, that's a little bit of a surprise to me. Just his 4th made three-pointer on the season, and I think Steve Alford is going to concede that. He's going to let him shoot as many of those as he wants.
Uh-oh, there's a turnover by Nevada, and that's what you don't want to do against the Rams. Palmer may have traveled, not going to get a call. Instead, it's going to be fouled. Looks like that was on Coleman.
Jarod Lucas in pick and roll. He wants to reject ball screens. What does that mean? He wants to go the opposite way that the screen is coming. And if you are not aware of it, this is what's going to happen. He's going to take you one way and either step back or a pull back dribble. He's trying to create space to shoot jumpers. Jarod Lucas doesn't really want to attack the rim unless you allow him to, right? He'll take a layup, but what he really wants is that medium range or that step back three.
And a correction, that foul was on KJ Hines. He picks up his second, and he didn't seem to think the foul was on him. He's just finding out right now on the sidelines that was the second foul.
Do you see how many guys are at the scores table to check in? It seems like both rosters are going to have a line change here in hockey. Everyone out. 2 teams coming in.
And this looks like football when they get a stop on 3rd down. The special teams come in to put it away. Teams shift around their lineups. Davidson comes back in for Nevada. But they get lucky. It's a rebound. Firing away at 3 is strong. And just a little bit strong. And Nevada's got it. Nick Davidson has not yet gotten going. 0 points for the Wolfpack.
Like this matchup with number 10 in white, Nick Clifford, now guarding Jarod Lucas. Clifford is 6'6", 6'7", he's got that length. They're hoping that he can stay attached to Lucas and also use that long wingspan to maybe distract Jarod or contest those jumpers.
Joe Palmer, being a little physical on the wing, picks up foul number 1. And Nick Clifford comes back in for it.
See how he stays attached to the body of Lucas there? That was well done.
And ball's knocked away, and it's going to stay with Nevada.
Man, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. Neither does the crowd. But then again, I think the crowd always wants to be Colorado State ball.
And that's Deldre Carr on the baseline. He was closer to that play than you and I were.
Shot clock is winding down. Someone's going to have to shoot the basketball. Oh, Foster behind the back. Strong move inside. Everything but the finish.
Really strong drive. I like that a lot. Steve Alford's got to be happy, but of course he wants that ball to go in.
Another turnover. Lucas, no numbers, will pull it out. And that time Foster really slipping with the ball. McIntosh bumping and grinding and scoring.
All right, so what I'm noticing right now is the headline of this game so far from Nevada is they don't have Keenan Blackshear, right? But they have multiple ball handlers. They have been able to fill that ball handling void so far. Now we'll see as this game progresses, obviously. They're not going to be able to create as many open looks as Keenan Blackshear does. But this team can get the job done if they trust each other. Here, just make the extra pass. Don't force it. get in the lane, play off 2 feet. It's perfectly done by Hunter McIntosh, who again just, his last 2 halves of basketball, Derek, have been just on fire.
Tylen Pope, redshirt junior from Tulane, the transfer, picked up his first foul. Refs calling it a little bit tighter now. Scout in the paint. Nothing to worry about.
On baseline out of bounds plays, that's what the Rams' favorite thing to do is to lob it over foul line extended area and then immediately dump it into the post. That's their bread and butter.
Lucas getting aggressive. Creates a nice open look for Foster. Can't ask for a better look than that. Here's Kyan Evans, the freshman, into the game, getting some time. And turning it over. That might lose him some time.
We don't expect Isaiah Stevens to rest for too long.
Davidson double. Oh, great pass to Foster.
The double team was clean, shoulder to shoulder, but if you don't communicate that on the weak side, you better not double team. You're going to give up layups. Watch this seal from Cartier. Yep.
Wow, that was that defense by Nevada. It looked like there were 3 guys guarding him, and then there was nobody guarding.
Well, when you're guarding Scott or Cartier, after they set screens, they are immediately trying to seal and look for that high-low pass. You got to be aware of that.
Communication defensively in that possession. Looked like everybody else said, "You got him, right?" Lucas, he's still hot. He's still cooking. Fade away, rims in and out.
And they made a switch now. It's going to be strong on Lucas for this possession. Man, Lucas got it going. I don't know what it is about playing the Colorado State Rams this season, but the rim is the size of a manhole cover for Lucas.
Oh, Pope, that was a little bit ambitious, I would say. Clifford in transition, swerving, and they almost throw it away. They're going to get lucky. I think it's going to stay with Colorado State and it is.
Lucas, he only needs a sliver of daylight this time with the jab step move. Watch how he uses his right leg. Jab step, gets the defender off and knocks it in. He's a problem.
Well, last time these 2 teams met, it was just about a month ago up in Reno. And Jarod Lucas and Keenan Blackshear, 48 points combined, absolutely tore up the Rams like Casey's tires on his way driving up from Colorado and Denver this morning. And it was a close game, though. Colorado State would come back and cut it to as little as 5, but then Blackshear just took over the game. They couldn't guard him down the stretch one-on-one.
Yeah, I agree, though. That was a 13-point margin, and that game was a lot closer than you would think. As you take a look at Jarod Lucas, who is off to a brilliant start. Jarod Lucas and Hunter McIntosh for Nevada have combined for 20 of their 26 points. Colorado State's team hasn't even scored 20 yet. They're still stuck at 19. Isaiah Stevens back in the lineup, though.
Foul on Tylen Pope, who picks up his second. That is the
watch this post seal.
13th foul. Excuse me, 15th foul for Nevada. Stevens double. Great pass. Oh, he shot with his feet near Cove and lost the ball anyway, so it's not going to matter.
Not sure why Patrick Cartier is hesitating at all.
And he's going to get called for a bump. A slight bump, but it's a bump nonetheless. That's his first. So referee's tightening up the whistle a little bit, Casey. Let him play for the first 4 minutes or so. But now a lot of off-the-ball fouls, a lot of touch fouls in the perimeter. Here's Lucas, and Casey, this could just be a case of there's no Keenan Blackshear, so I have just the ultimate green light to take almost any shot I want.
I don't think Jarod Lucas needs Keenan Blackshear to not be in the lineup to feel that way, but I hear you.
Nice. Oh, nice move there, but maybe he has more of a green light from Coach Alford to take those shots.
Yeah, well, the point's well taken, which is, look, if you're Batman and Robin and Robin's out, then Batman feels like, all right, I got to do a little bit more. And Jarod Lucas is going to draw double teams, and when you do it on that, you make the extra pass, and this time Daniel Foster is the beneficiary of that. Really nice drive. Daniel Foster does not want to shoot threes. He wants to attack the rim.
Foul was on Coleman. Didn't like the call, but he was still moving. Speaking of moving, here comes Stevens around the top of the key. Right down the hatch.
His jumper is so beautiful, and he's shooting 47% from three. The question you might be asking at home is, why doesn't he shoot more? And the answer is, I don't really know. He only attempts 4 threes a game.
He's got the rebound, and is at the point of attack.
Nice pass.
They double team Scott. Had to make the contested catch. Stevens takes off again. Contorts his bottom. And it's going up down. And he's already passed the amount of points that he had in the last matchup. 8 points in the last time he played against Nevada, and he's already got 10.
Yeah, they really bottled him up that first game. He was just 4 for 16 from the field was Isaiah Stevens, and he's getting his revenge.
There's a guy that he's swatted. Get it out of here.
They got numbers.
Cartier down low, and he's swatted. Nick Davidson came from nowhere.
And trading defensive possessions.
Wow. Anything you can do, I can do better. And more spectacularly. Lucas, he's in trouble. Refs aren't going to bail him out with the foul. Clifford. Oh, the roof was just about ready to blow right off this place. And now we're going to have a timeout. Here's a look at the blocks, Casey. I can't wait to see this.
This was awesome. Scott on one end, and then he falls down. Nick Davidson, and wait for him. He's about to come into your picture right now. Oh, man. I love defense sometimes.
28-24 here at Moby Arena as Nevada leads this one. And here's a look at the current standings. Boise State just got a win. They knocked off Air Force. So how about Leon Rice's squad just hanging around in the Mountain West? And now they're on top.
And after a really slow start to their non-conference as well, they were struggling to score the basketball, and those problems are in their rear view now as we take a look at Nevada's tournament resume. Look at those quad one wins, 5 quad one wins. Last year, they had 4 total on the year. We still have a lot of season left for Steve Alford's club. And Mike DeCourcy, our bracketologist, Derek, he's got him as a 10 seed, which is definitely bubble territory. If you're a Nevada Wolfpack, obviously this isn't a game that everybody expects them to win, but it would be massive. They get this win, and I think they are a lock to make the field.
Speaking of locked, Mike DeCourcy every day has got to be locked in. We get a bracket from him pretty much every day. That might be the hardest working man in March on our network.
That's tough. That's a job that I do not want. Now look at Nick Davidson trying to post up down there, man.
Rollison around the screen. McIntosh, somebody's going to shoot this for the shot clock. McIntosh pulls up, tough shot, that's off. So good defense right there by the Rams.
So no Jarod Lucas, and you can kind of feel that void. So no Blackshear, and now Jarod Lucas is getting a rest on the bench, and that possession looked a little shaky.
There is Bemba bumping and grinding. That's not going to go. Nevada's got numbers the other way if they want them. Looks like they don't want them. Here goes Coleman trying to pick on the smaller Stevens. He's doubled, slides through the double team, slimes through it, and finishes inside again. That's the second time he's beat the double team to score. Coleman trying to step up in the void of Blackshear. Lake, pull up, good.
Easy decision by Jalen Lake. Take what the defense gives. If they give you that pull-up or that runner, because they were trying to switch that down screen and miscommunication, sometimes us as basketball players, we complicate it. And it doesn't need to be complicated. Just take and make that 15-foot jumper.
Davidson's got a one-on-one. He's looking to see if they double. Coleman in the corner. And he's fouled at one. What's his first name, Casey?
Trey. Trey for Trey. So what's interesting is Trey has been known as a non-shooter, Derek. This is not what his game has been, right? Trey's a senior, but in conference play, there's something that's happened. Something within Trey Coleman is like, I'm gonna live up to my namesake. Shooting 43% in Mountain West Conference games. And that number's going up right now.
Trey Coleman had a near triple-double the other night.
That was against San Jose State. And Trey had 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. And what's interesting as well about Trey Coleman, 3 of his best games have come on the road. That game against San Jose State I just mentioned, San Diego State and Wyoming. He killed both of those teams on the road.
Stevens. Good defense by Nevada. Rollison's got it again. Davidson fires from 3. Smart play there by the freshman Rollison in the corner. Saving the ball off the Colorado State rim.
And Steve Alford is upset with this team. I believe Nick Davidson as well for running the wrong play. Still got a nice open look. But execution, when you go on the road, whether you got a lead or not, Nevada's up 8 right now, but your execution needs to be on point for 40 minutes in this conference.
You know, there's a famous singer who already has this nickname. But if Coleman keeps shooting like this, we might have to start calling him Trick or Trey. Foster lines up the 3.
Well, I just mentioned that that's not really his game as well. He's under 30% from 3. But here's the thing. If a team is not going to guard you at all, you have to at least test it and take 1, maybe 2, and see how it's going.
Scott finds himself with guys much smaller than him guarding him down low and finishes easily.
Undersized power forward is Joel Scott, but I mean, look at his shoulders. And he's a strong dude, and he's really good at understanding leverage.
Rollison, nice shot there. And Casey, are the Rams almost kind of content or happy with the fact that Nevada is playing small? That kind of favors their matchup because they're not a post team. As Stevens lines up and misses, but with the foul trouble of KJ Hines, now Nevada's inside game isn't as advantageous. Does this work more to the Rams' favor?
Well, everything right now is going well for Nevada because of ball movement and because Jarod Lucas has created a lot of gravity.
Here goes again. And trying to beat the buzzer, and that one's no good. But still, an impressive half by Nevada. Without their Batman or their Robin or whatever role he wants to play when he's on the court with Lucas. They're up 39-28, and that graphic right there, when they lead at halftime, they're undefeated. So Colorado State is going to have a lot to think about, a lot to discuss as they try and claw their way out of this 11-point hole. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Moby Arena. Colorado State finds themselves down to Nevada, facing their largest halftime deficit of the season at 11 points. And Casey, really kind of a surprising start considering the fact that Nevada doesn't have its best player, second best player, whatever you want to call him. He's the head of the snake, and they're up by 11. Crazy.
A little bit surprising, but I guess nothing surprises me in college basketball on a day-to-day basis. But Colorado State coming in was one of the best defensive teams in the Mountain West Conference, but you wouldn't think it by watching that first 20 minutes. Nevada shot 50% on the road, led by Jarod Lucas. Not a surprise that he's their leading scorer, but it is a surprise that Colorado State has given him the space that he has needed to go 4 for 8 from the field in a variety of shots, threes and mid-range, and he was also 2 for 2 from the foul line.
There's the look at some of the statistics there, and you know, it doesn't seem like one team is dominating the other from the stats, but take a look at that field goal percentage, Casey. I know you want to look at points in the paint, but if you allow a team to come into your house and shoot 50% on your floor, that is not a recipe for winning. So, Colorado State got some work to do. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Fort Collins, where Nevada is leading this one on the road against a team who has not lost in the Mountain West Conference at home. Take a look at the scoring leaders, and you see a lot of guys in blue versus only one guy in green. That's kind of how it's gone so far this game.
Yeah, Nevada shooting 50% from the field so far, and Colorado State under 40 at home.
So, Casey, what do you think was said in the Colorado State locker room? Are there any adjustments you think they're going to make?
Oh, yeah, sure. Nico Medved, one of the best in the business. First of all, let's run a play to get Isaiah Stevens going, right? Our best player. And let him create. Nice pass. But it's on this end, Derek, is where I think the majority of the words were spent by Nico Medved. Colorado State's got to be better on this end of the floor. They got to contest shots, not just Jarod Lucas, but shots by Hunter McIntosh and Trey Coleman. And then the second thing I think Nico was talking about is they got to compete better on the glass. They were out-rebounded by 3 in the first 20 minutes on their home floor. And Nico Medved is the first coach in CSU history to win 20-plus games 4 times. He is going to, like, Isaiah Stevens is already the best player in Colorado State history. Nico Medved is working on that, being the best coach in Colorado State history.
Yeah, he took over a program that was in some turmoil, stabilized this Colorado State Rams team, and it's got them going in the right direction. And Strong picks up 2 quick fouls. He picked up one about 60 feet away from the basket. And you like the aggression, trying to play some better defense, but 2 unfortunate fouls.
That's too easy. You have your right arm extended right in front of the referee. What are they supposed to do? Of course they're going to call that foul.
Yeah, especially 2 feet away from the referee. Lucas. And it's blocked that time by Clifford Gunn. He read that move like a book.
Nice.
And they're strong in transition. But that started with the great defensive play, not falling for the hoodwinks of Jarod Lucas.
And maybe that'll get not only Colorado State going, but Nick Clifford, number 10 in white, who's been a non-factor on the offensive end. That was a beautiful sequence by him. His length causes a lot of issues.
Here's a guy that needs to get to work for Davidson, scoreless in the first half. Lucas fires away from 30, nearly banked it in. Scott, a nice box out, but somehow it winds up back with the Nevada Wolfpack. Here is Trigger Trey for 3, and he's got it! Second 3-pointer of the afternoon. Or after dark, I should say.
That's Nick Davidson doing yeoman's work, man. He couldn't secure the rebound. The next best thing is to tap it to half court. Just make him winning plays.
Great answer, but they're not going to call that. Don't even try. Great job by the referee showing restraint. And Lucas is either going to have to act a little bit better, or play a little better defense if he wants to get that call.
Yeah, they could have called a flop on him for sure.
Yep.
Exquisite drive by Clifford.
McIntosh, no. Stevens, change of pace. Tapped out, and it's going to stay with Colorado State.
I think they're calling a foul here on Hunter McIntosh on that help side defensive play.
You're right, and that's his second. So he's got to be careful here. Let's take a look at it.
Ball movement, that's a flop for sure. Delgray Carr decides to swallow his whistle. Good decision.
Oh no, Himes just barely got back, and he picks up his third. And that's been a theme with KJ Himes. The ability to stay out of foul trouble. And good job there by Cartier, kind of using that elbow to post him. I don't know, did you like that call, Casey? Second look at it?
Yeah, it's the right call. You can't play post defense with your arms, but KJ Himes, foul trouble an issue. He averages 7 fouls per 40 minutes, so it's not really a surprise for him.
Scott bottled up that time. They get their own rebound again. Stevens fires away. Boy, if Colorado State could just string together a few made baskets and get a couple stops, get the crowd back into it, go a long way for them. But Nevada's doing a good job of holding them at arm's length.
And these fans here, they're shocked if Isaiah Stevens ever misses a three.
Lucas trying to get to that spot, cut off by Clifford. McIntosh, step back three. Oh, almost. Now they just got to score through the rings. Those are tough shots. Nevada's going to make those. They have no chance. Oh boy, another turnover. Davidson again, another save.
Not sure why Nate Clifford decided to pass that one. He had already gotten past Jarod Lucas, 2 feet in the lane. You rise up and you take that 10-foot jumper.
McIntosh straight away. Let's cool off a bit. Lucas has got it. Davidson on the offensive glass, and I'm surprised that wasn't a foul.
Yeah, and if they didn't call a block, if that wasn't a defensive block, that's the right call. That's a shot that didn't hit rim, and that's out of bounds. Kind of a hectic start to the second half. Still pretty fun, though. We're back at Moby Arena where Nevada has an 8-point lead, but the Rams are making a push and they're trying to get their home crowd involved in this one. The Mountain West Conference is having its best season in its 25-year history. This conference started in 1999, and look at how many teams are in the top 50 of the net. The net stands for the NCAA evaluation tool, and we're going to take a look at Colorado State's resume. Their net ranking is 27th. That's excellent. 4 quad 1 wins. And look at that. It highlighted for you. Mike DeCourcy, our bracketologist at Fox, has Nico Medved's team safely in the field, a 6 seed, which would be the highest they've ever had here in Colorado State.
Yeah, some of Colorado State's offensive numbers are just ridiculous. I mean, 4th in the NCAA in assists per game, and oh, by the way, all 14 baskets they've had have been assisted. And they also don't turn the ball over. Their assist-to-turnover ratio is 2nd in the entire country.
Yeah, their offense is always really good and really efficient. However, they've struggled a little bit in Mountain West Conference play. Nico Medved knows about it as we take a look at that next play. Hey, guarding Joel Scott down there, like, no thanks, man. Hey, that's tough. His elbows start swinging around. Don't put your chin next to him.
That foul was on Davidson, and this foul.
They're going back to some of Colorado State's struggles, though. They got a couple of guys that have lost some confidence. Nate Clifford, Josiah Strong, Patrick Cartier. You take a look at the non-conference, they were lights out. In conference play, it has dropped significantly. They're averaging almost 15 points per game less in the Mountain West than they were against everybody else.
Coleman picked up his second. That's Nevada's 14th foul. And that was something that was kind of confusing Nico Medved a little bit, trying to come up with an explanation. He thinks they're just missing quality shots. And Scott goes in. And there's one thing you can do, Casey. If you're struggling to hit from the outside, you can attack the inside. And now Nevada has just picked up their 5th team foul, and that is Coleman's 3rd.
Really quick ball movement, and the ball moves quicker through the air than any defense, even the best ones, can rotate. It's just hard. You make a click pass like that, almost like a one-time pass in hockey, and it's hard to guard.
And Scott breaks the first free throw. Of course, Scott is one of their guys that came over from Division II that they lean heavily on. Division II CCA Player of the Year last year, RIMAC Player of the Year, back-to-back years at Black Hill State in South Dakota.
And all three of his brothers played too. I covered Josh Scott, remember him, at Colorado. He also has a brother that played at Idaho and another at Chattanooga. Man, I'm sure that household went through more food than you and I can even imagine. Incredible.
Well, Steve Alford now has made the decision to take Trey Coleman out. You wonder how long he can afford to be without him. Lucas looking to get going. Hasn't made a field goal in the second half after that hot start.
That's a good shot for him, though. Created off the bounce.
Yep.
He's going to have to create more because Keenan Blackshear is not in.
Scott, one-on-one, long time in the key. A reset. Good defensive possession by Nevada. They've got him up against the shot clock. This is when Stevens needs to cook. Stevens around the corner. Oh, a great pass down to Scott. The vision by the point guard.
Isaiah Stevens moved the defense with his eyes. Of course, everybody's trying to guard him and stop him, but he's a pure pass-first point guard. Watch this, Derek, in pick and roll. Isaiah Stevens, he's going to look off the defense, and he's going to look one way and throw the other, and fools the defense, and Colorado State trying to get back in this thing.
To 37 in favor of the Wolfpack. Rams on a little bit of a run here as they try to get back in this game. And here is a look at the national rankings. As you see Colorado State, 4th in assists. 15 of 15 tonight. 15 assists, 15 midfielders.
Yeah, you see it down at the bottom of your screen in yellow. Colorado State, they assist on 66% of their total field goals. So not a lot of one-on-one basketball. Look at those numbers. They just jump right off the screen. And you're looking at Isaiah Stevens. He's the head of that attack. And I'd argue that Isaiah Stevens is the most valuable player in the Mountain West. I don't know if he's going to win the Player of the Year, but as far as like value to his team, I can't even imagine this Rams team without him.
Kick ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Nevada. But yeah, this guy's been an elite passer of the basketball for quite a long time. He broke the single-season Ram record last game at UNLV. And last year, he became CSU's all-time assist leader at Wyoming. That season, he also broke the Rams single-game assist record at 13.
He's going to have every record. Like scoring and assisting, he's going to have every record there is in the Mountain West and the school, obviously. Nice offensive rebound from Foster.
That right there is not going to make Nico Medved happy. I mean, how long did Foster have? Checked his bank account, his NIL deals, all of that before he put up that shot.
That's 12 second chance points for Nevada, too.
Here is Jalen Lake. Another turnover.
Rollison is fast in the open floor.
Here he goes again. Drawing a foul and a jump shot. That's Jarod Lucas. And the guilty party is Stevens. And having a conversation with the referee, he may be arguing that Lucas jumped into him.
Or kicked his leg out, one of the two.
It definitely looked like his momentum was carrying him forward. Here's a good look. Well, he didn't quite get a look at the feet. But that also, Casey, is that a reputational foul call for Jarod Lucas?
Well, who has a better reputation in the Mountain West, Jarod Lucas or Isaiah Stevens? I'd argue it. I mean, obviously Jarod Lucas is a star, but I'd argue that there is no bigger star in this conference than number 4 in white. Even when he argues with the officials, Derek, he's so nice. He truly is a gentleman off the floor and a killer on it.
I meant a reputation. reputational foul draw on Lucas because he gets those fouls a lot.
Yeah, and I'm just countering with the guy who fouled him is arguably, not arguably, he is a top 3 player in Mountain West history from a statistical standpoint.
He's got the ball right now. He's going to have to bring the Rams back from this hold. Bemba's doubled. And what's the call here? Referees have a discussion.
So off the leg of Nevada. Yeah, off the foot. Good call.
Stevens gets the ball.
One of the best things that Colorado State does on offense is their side inbounds and their baseline out of bounds plays. They're almost like set plays in soccer. They're really efficient. They always get good shots.
Foul before the shot. It looked like it was on Bemba. And it was. Second foul on the freshman.
Well, we've already seen a lot of fouls. 9 combined fouls. And we still have just under 13 minutes to play. It's too open.
He's missing those looks he was making in the first half. Not by much though, Casey.
He created, I mean, that was way too much space.
Stevens getting aggressive. Words with Foster. Pleasantries being exchanged.
Their arms got tangled. This is nothing.
Yeah, Stevens says we're good.
It seems like Isaiah Stevens is truly in attack mode right now. Watch the arms just get tangled right there. And almost like Isaiah Stevens kind of locked him up actually.
They're just saying hello. And Casey, you're a player. That little scuffle, that wasn't really a scuffle right there. A player like Stevens can use that to get himself going.
Steve Alford is arguing that shot happened before he went up. He wants that shot on the floor and not a shooting foul.
That's a good point. And just the way this game is going, as Lucas gave. Did you see that, Casey? Lucas gave him a little love tap on his way towards the bench. Oh, it's getting petty in here, folks. Didn't disturb his free throw motion. And as I watch this game, Casey, don't you get the feeling Stevens by far one of the least selfish players in the Mountain West, but you get the feeling that if Colorado State wants to come back in this game, he might have to take things in his own hands.
He stared down the Nevada bench with Jarod Lucas on it. And that's about as much emotion as I've seen from Isaiah Stevens. Look at him tee up now.
No call by the officials. Nevada's got to go with the shot clock winding down, and that's the foul they call. Yep.
Well, one of the things that we have seen in this game, and this is both sides, not just Colorado State and Bemba on this possession. The post players they're arm wrestling too much. They got to play with their feet and their butts instead of their arms. You got to work around. You got to show your hands to the officials and let them know that you don't want the foul there.
Now the officials are going to go to the scorer's table to discuss something.
Well, this shouldn't be a bonus. They're not in the bonus yet. One more foul.
It certainly feels like we're there.
Yeah, no, dude, we're in for a free throw contest in the last 5-6 minutes of this one.
Foster draws the foul. Good call. Foul on Palmer. Makes up foul number 2. That's now 6 fouls, team fouls for Colorado State.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yep. So even though Joe Palmer has his arms straight up, you're allowed to be vertical as Foster gets the first free throw to go. You're allowed to be vertical, but you're not allowed to then walk into the offensive player's space. It's the right call.
Foster is 68% foul shooter. does a good job there at the line.
Well, Nevada only shooting 18% in the second half, but they're still able to put points on the board because they're getting to the foul line. Man.
And Casey, I get it. Refs are trying to get control of the game, but yeah, it's getting physical, and the refs are calling it tight now. Don't go away. To 41 here in Moby Arena as things get down to the wire. And, you know, we talk about most valuable players to their teams. Casey, Isaiah Stevens at the top of your list.
Yeah, and I want to use this word valuable literally. These are the most valuable players to their teams. Isaiah Stevens, he makes everything work for Colorado State. Jaden Ledee, what did San Diego State kind of miss when they had all those guys graduate? They needed a scorer, and they got one. He leads the Mountain West, almost 21 points a game. And Utah State still remains one of the best stories in not just Mountain West Conference, but in all of college basketball. Danny Sprinkle takes over. They return 0% of their scoring, and Great Osborne has given them an anchor. There's a lot of good players in this conference, like a lot of good ones, but those are the three most valuable to me.
Bemba at the line. And he knocks down two big ones there for Colorado State. Reminder for those of you just tuning in, Nevada is playing without Keenan Blackshear as we get another foul on the perimeter. A foul that the refs have been calling consistently in the second half more than the first.
A lot of ticky-tacks going on. You got to make the adjustment. Headband Joe. You're just too aggressive. Love the energy. Less hands. I mean, obviously you can hear the fans here. They're not appreciating.
That's his third foul, and you know that foul right there, Casey, looked like, you know, he probably does that maybe 10, 15 times a game, and it doesn't get called. But in a physical game like this, where the ref's whistle is getting a little shorter, you got to know that that's going to get called right in front of the ref's face.
Yep. And now it's on the players to make the adjustment.
Yep, exactly right. And here comes Himes. As Rollison is at the free throw line. Himes and Lucas getting ready to check out there. Rollison and Nick Davidson go to the sideline. Himes and Coleman, as Coleman now back into the game as well. They both have 3 fouls. And Bemba and Palmer with 3 fouls, but the two on Nevada, more impact players with the foul trouble. Let's see what Stevens has for Colorado State. Palmer, nice aggressive move to the paint. Blocked at the rim with a foul. Tylen Pope challenged him. And somehow Palmer ended up 30 feet away to the sidelines after the miss.
Even when he gets the foul call, he still hits the deck, man. This guy's unreal. I love it, though. The fans love Headband Joe Palmer. Well, that wasn't his fault. He just got tangled up. And he did a knuckle push-up. You saw that?
Yeah.
Little knuckle push-up on the hardwood. This guy's serious business.
Yeah, Joe Palmer, another one of those guys transferred over from Division III Augsburg. And you called him Headband Joe, Casey. The story behind that, he started wearing the headband, get this, because his grandmother couldn't locate him on national television or on television in general when she was watching his games. So he said, you know what, I might as well stand out. I'm going to keep the headband and it's going to stay there, Grandma.
That's as good a reason as any that I've heard.
They told us that in shoot around, and
most dudes wear it to, you know, like for swag. Or to keep their hair out of their face.
Here's Himes. Over 2. Picks up another foul. And yeah, Casey, you're not going to like that. No. But again, the way they're calling it.
Yeah, but KJ Himes, his elbow got way up high.
Yep, I saw that too.
Watch his left elbow right here, right there. I'm not sure what Bemba's supposed to do.
Yeah.
If anything, that's an offensive foul early on KJ Himes that was missed.
And to your point, if they don't call that on Hines. They should probably let it go on Bemba, who picks up foul number 4. Yep. Well, I do like the minutes that Bemba has played for Colorado State. He's not going to fill up the stat sheet, but his impact is still felt in the minutes that he gets. Hines splits it. You know, David Roddy, of course, was Colorado State's main player, NBA draft pick, and early on, as Stevens makes a nice pass to Lake in the corner, they need this, they don't get it. But they were calling him Baby David Roddy around here, and I don't know if they should put that label on Bemba this early. That's a high bar to live up to, but they were calling him that.
Yeah, we'll pump the brakes on that.
Yeah.
David Roddy here in the Mountain West was 1 of 1.
Yeah, he was. 9 on the shot clock. McIntosh, double. Coleman has it. Does he know the shot clock? He fires to beat it. Almost. Cartier's got it. Rams can run if they want. Nope, now they have no numbers. Stevens is going to come back to get it. Cartier pausing the lane. And the foul. Patrick Cartier. Rams creep a little bit closer.
Wonderful pass and decision by Isaiah Stevens. Could have taken the big off the bounce. Instead, he rewards Patrick Cartier. That's a good call by the officials. Nick Davidson was not straight up. His arms were at an angle. And this is big for Patrick Cartier, who was just non-existent on the offensive end. Just one made field goal in that first half. And in his last 5 games, Derek, Patrick Cartier only averaging 7.5 points a game. They need more from him. Foul, Derek. You cannot put Jarod Lucas at the foul line. It's almost like just, we might as well save time in this game, put 2 points on the board, and give the ball to the Rams.
Foul goes against Nick Clifford, who picks up foul number 2.
The 9th best free throw shooter in America, folks. But here's the other thing about it, though. Jarod Lucas is 0 for 5 from the field in the second half. He does not have the rhythm that he had in the first 10 minutes of the first half. And for him to be able to go to the line and just see 2 go right through the net, that's big for a scorer like him.
I asked Nevada's team, hey, where did Lucas learn how to shoot? And they give the credit, as the last person said, to his dad, Jeff Lucas, who he played for in high school when he was at Hacienda, Los Altos. From Hacienda, played under his dad in high school.
He's from Southern California.
Nice. Oh, there's a steal, but they take it right back. Referees call time.
Will they reset the shot clock?
Yep. Good eye.
On accident there. That Nick Clifford did not gain possession of that basketball. It was just a tip ball. So that shot clock should not have reset. And they put it back to 23. Yeah, Clifford's got elite length, man. And when he's in the passing lane, you got to be extra careful with the basketball. Watch number 10. Look at those arms. They stretch sideline to sideline. And yeah, that's the right call. That shot clock should not be reset. He never gained full possession of that basketball.
Niko Medved having a conversation with the officials, and now the officials will go over and review something. Maybe how much time expired of the shot clock?
You're going to make sure that they have the right amount of time here.
So as they review it, Colorado State now down by 5. But here's the problem for them as they try to claw their way back into this game. Both teams are in the double bonus.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of stoppages of play. And even if the Colorado State Rams can get on a roll, the second that they foul Nevada, they're going to the free throw line. And as you just saw right there, the crowd was forced to hush because of a stoppage in play, but now they're going to have to do that every time they shoot a free throw, which can impact momentum.
It's a really good point, but let's also say that Colorado State defensively, Darren, they've been awesome. Nevada is shooting just 17% in the second half. I mean, they've really done the job. Can they continue to do it without fouling?
McIntosh is open spot for the man by Stevens, and he doesn't like it. It looks like low man culpa there. He may have gotten it. Not as demonstrative complaining as he tried to rip it from behind.
And the words had barely rolled off my tongue. Can they do it without fouling? And just cookie jar. And that might have been all ball, okay?
Oh, that might have been.
Yeah, if you're watching this game and you're a Colorado State fan, you're saying that's a bad call. But here's the thing. If it looks like a foul, it is irrelevant if you foul him or not. It's going to be a foul.
Second foul on Stevens. McIntosh to the line. He came into this game, Casey, just 20 total free throw attempts on the season. Didn't make 14 of them. Stevens, step back. No good.
How about that late contest by Trey Coleman, who I'd argue number 4 in navy blue is one of the top 3 perimeter defenders in the Mountain West. You got to put Lamont Butler from San Diego State on that list. You got to put Jalen House from New Mexico on that list.
Speaking of defense, here's Clifford, and he can't foul. Coleman can't foul. Had to let him go. And that's the first basket they've made without an assist. And it comes at a great time for Colorado State. Coleman had his hands tied, didn't want to pick up number 4. Had to concede. Lucas trying to get going again. Finally, he rattles one down.
My goodness, that was such a difficult shot.
But that's a shot he shoots religiously. A fadeaway to his right. Scott and Davidson battling in the post. Refs didn't see it. Crowd did, but good no call by the officials, letting them play down there. And not that time. Two handsy there was Davidson. So got away with it the first time, not the second.
We might run out of players here by the time we get to the end. A lazy pass, and I already mentioned it. You can't mess around when Nick Clifford's in your neighborhood. That's 2 points for the Rams.
Well, the overarching theme of the game for Nevada is they're missing a guy who hasn't missed a game under Steve Alford in his career. There's Keenan Blackshear, starting point guard and the head of the snake for the Wolfpack attack. 7th in the Mountain West in assists, 10th in scoring. He was a true game-time decision with the re-aggravated calf injury. Was not at shoot-around. Tried to give it a go, but Nevada has bigger things on their mind, obviously, down the stretch. They want to make sure he's fully healthy for that stretch. Didn't want to risk it. Scott to the line. Knocks down the first.
Credit to Nevada for what they've been able to do, and they still obviously a lot of basketball left to finish this one out. But when I found out that Keenan Blackshear was not going to play today on the road against a Colorado State team that needs this win, Colorado State has lost 3 of their last 4 games. They are kind of wobbly right now, and I was worried for Nevada, and they have been tough.
Speaking of tough, there's Trey Coleman again.
Post up your guards. That looked like Keenan Blackshear right there. That post up from Trey Coleman.
And that's going to be an offensive foul. Illegal handoff screen. Looks like they're going to call Josiah Strong.
Yeah, this is him against Nick Clifford and just kind of bully ball here. They're not going to double team. I'm talking about Colorado State defensively. They're not going to bring a double team against Trey Coleman. He knew it. He took his time. I'd go right back to it.
Strong picked up his third as he adds to the list of players in foul trouble. Oh, there's a lot of physical play around this pick. McIntosh, that's a foul. Yep, crowd not going to like it, but I have a hard time believing that McIntosh got to the rim and just simply airballed it over the top of the backboard. The contact, that's just me though. I got to look at it.
Nevada is grinding their way. Well, there's a little bit of contact at the end. Technically this is a foul, but I still can't explain why that ball from McIntosh went sailing over the rim like that.
I think it looked like he was trying to draw the foul on Stevens, but Stevens pulled his hand back, and that got him off his feet. But then you saw the foul after the ball was already gone from his hands.
Yeah, that was on Scott, the follow through.
Scott, one of the rare players not in foul trouble. He only has one. This is the guy they need to get going here. There he goes. He fires away. Not quite. Rebound. Batted around and controlled by Lucas.
Nevada dodged a bullet there. You leave one of the best three-point shooters in the country wide open for three. Goodness.
Casey, it's kind of getting late early for the Rams here. McIntosh, here's a big shot. Oh. Stevens on the move. They need this. Oh, Clifford fakes. Good pass to Cartier. Oh, he smokes the layup. He smokes the layup like Dr. Dre 2001.
Cartier,
that's a big miss.
Yeah, Cartier talking to himself a little bit. And he's obviously wants that one back. He is not a confident offensive player right now.
Lucas, corner McIntosh. He's been off, him and Lucas. But Davidson the rebound. KJ Himes stripped out of his hand, no call. And I'm almost shocked when there's not a call at this point.
Nick Davidson has 0 points in this game, but he's got 10 rebounds. If you're having an off night, what else can you do to help your team? I am just watching Nick Davidson just throw his body around. It's truly impressive. But in his last 7 games, Nick Davidson is almost averaging 20 points a game. He's got 0 in this one.
And now that one right there, Casey, we're gonna get a look at it. Lucas is a foul. Yeah, okay, that's a good call. I thought they called it defensively, but I was just about to point out that one looked like he kicked his legs out.
Referee was right on it.
That's only his first. That's a big swing here.
Watch his leg kick out. Left one.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually both.
Yeah, he was kicking his legs out before he even went into the shot. Oh, Scott. A lot of physicality down there. Blocked from behind by Foster. And not that I want to make the case that Colorado State fans aren't biased, but that's a lot of contact down there that they don't get. The refs have been calling the other direction. There's some more physical play by Foster, and Scott arm wrestling.
Well, every play is a case-by-case basis.
Yep.
So these referees don't owe calls to any one side. They just got to call each play as they see it. I thought that was a pretty good no call. I understand that the fans here feel like they're getting the short end of the free throw stick.
That's how they feel. That may or may not be reality, but trying to put myself in their shoes. As we have another foul on the perimeter. And was that on the shot on a three-point attempt?
That was on the post up. Trey Coleman's going to get that one, trying to wrestle Bemba.
So that's on Coleman, and there it is. He picks up foul number 4. Decision time for Steve Alford. Bemba, only a 69% free throw shooter.
That one had no chance. Nope. It was like a frozen rope laser beam. Couldn't get it up over the rim. Give it a chance.
second. And Ben wants to talk it over.
Look, the way that this game is being officiated right now, if I were wearing a jersey, I would be attacking and exaggerating, not flopping, but exaggerating contact anytime I got. And for Nevada to only be shooting 24% in the second half, yet still be keeping this Rams team at arm's length is really impressive. But it's not shocking. If you followed Nevada all year, one of the things that they do best is get to the foul line. They shoot 23 free throws per game. That is the most in the Mountain West.
Well, Saturday night, it's Fox Primetime Hoops as Zach Edey continues his path towards back-to-back Player of the Year awards when he leads #2 Purdue against Michigan State. And that coverage begins Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Meanwhile, we have business to take care of here. Lots to be determined in the Mountain West. Big possession here for Nevada. Undefeated when they trail at the half, trying to keep that streak alive.
Show your hands. There you go.
Good defense there by Lake on Lucas. And a loose ball foul. Looks like it's going to go against KJ Hines, who picks up foul number 4. Boy, for Colorado State here, can you find a way to cut it down to maybe 4 before the final media timeout and make Nevada's hands a little bit more sweaty? They've had a very steady hand, Nevada has. Pretty much all game long.
Yeah, it's been impressive because I would actually argue the other side there that there is more pressure on the Rams at home. This is a game they need. I feel like Nevada is playing with house money here a little bit. Without Keenan Blackshear, the way it's going right now, they got to feel pretty good.
By the way, something else that's uncharacteristic of Colorado State. They're first in the Mountain West in free throw percentage. There have been a lot of misses here late in the second half. So their palm's getting a little bit sweaty.
Yeah.
Lucas, shot clock winding down, slows down, changes speed, no call that time. Davidson, another offensive rebound. Tries to beat the shot clock as Lucas' shot didn't draw iron. Rams have a chance.
Ball movement here for the Rams. They've got to get some sort of penetration via the dribble or via the pass.
Lake, not quite, but he's going to draw a foul and head to the free throw line. So good job by Colorado State being aggressive, getting to the rack and drawing fouls. If you're not hitting from the outside, Casey, or not getting much to go offensively, good idea is attack and try to get at the foul line. Maybe see if you go in.
I don't know if I've ever seen a game like this one before. You should not be settling for a 3. If it's wide open, yeah, take it if it's open. But if there is doubt, attack the rim and get to the foul line.
2 big free throws there by Jalen Lake, the junior. Battled through injuries last year. Is in a big spot for Colorado State. Near turnover, they come up with it. Lucas turning the corner, bottled up, nowhere to go. McIntosh struck from behind, lots of physicality, no call, and now there's a call. Bodies hitting the deck everywhere. It's getting grimy in here. (63-58). Nevada is on top, trying to hold off the Rams. And tonight's instant replay is sponsored by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And what we have a look at here is some of the physicality, the bruising, the bumping, the grinding the nastiness, the hacking, the fouling, the all of it. As these teams have been getting after it, banging bodies 24/7 in this late Mountain West game. And there you see at the very end of all that, Patrick Cartier, his nose was bleeding as he got whacked in the face in that last scrum. That's got Hines up the line.
Well, the story of the second half is the foul shooting. Look at both of these teams. My goodness. Each made 14 foul shots, and we still have under 4 minutes to go here. Right there, my nose was bleeding just watching those highlights.
This doesn't make you want to get back on the floor?
No.
We're good. We're good. Okay.
Like it right here.
2 big misses for KJ Hines. I can feel the door slightly ajar.
Trey Coleman for Nevada at the scorer's table on our next dead ball.
4 fouls that Coleman has. Clifford, cut off. Get Stevens a touch here. 5 on the shot clock. Stevens spinning, floating. Oh, a move by the 5th-year guard. It's Stevens time.
Well, he's a pure pass-first point guard until their backs are against the wall. And now he's a shot-first point guard in this possession. Well done.
And Colorado State is the closest it's been since it was 3-0. Down by 11 in the second half. And now they're only down by 2. Can you feel the checkered flag approaching? Again. Crowd is on their feet. McIntosh, tough pull up, and he gets it. A crowd silencer from the baseline short corner. Simmer down, he says. Here's Lake with it. Lake, oh my goodness, he lost the defender, but couldn't get it to go.
What a move he put on Hunter McIntosh. My goodness, Jalen Lake, I have not seen that move in his bag. Feels like a must-stop defensive possession for the Rams.
Lucas again to Davidson, bottled up, and oh! Cartier looked like his hands were straight up in the air. What did you think, Casey?
Well, I don't think this one went on Cartier, did it? They got the help side reach in here.
Let's take a look.
How about this move by Jalen Lake? Oh my, golly. If that went in, this roof would have just popped right off. Here's the next look. I think they call this on Clifford, right there.
Oh, there's a little bit of confusion on who the foul was on. It looked like it could have been on Clifford. Live stats say it was on Lake, but I'm not sure that makes sense. We'll try to clarify that as we get down the stretch. So they did change it to Clifford.
Big time free throws by Nick Davidson, who's still without a made field goal. Nick Davidson, who's averaging 19 points per game in the month of February, is 0 for 6 from the field.
His first 2 points, Stevens. Clifford from the corner. Back rim. Controlled by Nevada. They're on the floor. Coleman's got it. Oh, Clifford! Almost got the rip. And right now, Casey, this is a must-stop right here for Colorado State. They're down by 6. It's a 2-possession game. 1:46 to go.
They can ill afford a score from Nevada. No. Oh, that's a 10-second call. So Lucas, a mistake there.
Yep.
Someone didn't let him know that they were down in the count in the backcourt. The way this is going at first, I thought it was going to be a foul on Lake, but it was called before Lake even touched him. And that's a big-time turnover that Colorado State desperately needed. Now what they need is a score. Here's the guy to do it. It's Stevens. Rattles it up and back in. Alford not calling a timeout, at least as of now. They've got two. He's saving them. Lucas around the corner. That's his shot, but that's off. Rebound. Oh, bad break for the Rams. That's Clifford got a little bit too excited as he was trying to control it, battling with Davidson, and it's going to go back to the Wolfpack.
Okay. Lucas gets the shot they wanted. How many times have we seen them run that play? It's probably hitting double digits right now. Floppy action, which means baseline screens on either side of the lane for Jarod Lucas to just run around and hit that mid-range. He's missing. But Derek, I'd argue that some of the best offensive possessions for Nevada has been a missed shot and then watching Nick Davidson just terrorize the Rams down low on the block, getting extra possessions. He's got 5 offensive rebounds alone in the second half of this ball game. Man, this is so fun. This conference is so much fun to cover. And it has been one of the top-tier conferences in the country. And coming off the heels of last year's San Diego State playing in the national title game, the Mountain West has put on an encore in the non-conference and this regular season.
So Steve Alford took a timeout there. He's got one left. Colorado State has 2. Both teams in a double bonus. Casey, this is just a wild guess. I'm going to presume that if Colorado State gets a stop, I think they're going to put the ball in the hands of Isaiah Stevens and let him go to work. At least that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Of course. And probably not call a timeout unless they get into trouble. You want to get a stop here and push it right away and save your timeouts to when a play bogs down.
Nevada trying to hold on here. They're only shooting 5 for 22 in the second half. Uh-oh, Coleman has a wide open look. Oh! A heart stopper for Trigger Trey Coleman. That's his third. Cold-blooded from beyond the arc. Scott inside. He keeps him alive for now.
They might have to try and foul here. You don't necessarily have to, but some coaches will to extend the possessions of this game, and they do.
And that's a smart foul right there, to foul before Lucas could touch the basketball. And
all right, so watch, they're going to run Jarod Lucas off, and watch the defense kind of shift towards Lucas, and he just makes the extra pass. That is Jalen Lake, who lost sight of his man to try and double-team Lucas. And the Colorado State offensive, to their credit, they raced the ball down the floor and got a quick 2. But you can't trade 3s and 2s and win this game.
And that's a good foul as he's missed the first. He's a 68% foul shooter, and really, Casey, outside of Lucas, the rest of this roster shoots mid-70s, high 60s from the foul line. So any foul that doesn't involve number 2 in black might be a good one. Here comes Stevens. Stevens. Oh, great pass to Cartier. Oh, and that's a foul on Coleman, who was trying to get the jump ball. And he's done. What'd you think, Casey?
Well, in any other game, this is a 50-50 one, but not in this one. Yeah, that's a foul. Yeah. I'm in agreement. And can I also just say, the way this game has been called, it has been consistent. Whether or not you are watching this game and you hate the officials right now, I can at least tell you they have been consistent on both sides how they've called this. As look at Patrick Cartier, it looks like he's been in a 10-round boxing match.
Well, he's going to have plenty of time to rest. And rest easy if Colorado State comes back to win this game. But right now, he's in a great spot. He needs to make this free throw for Colorado State, and he does. Timeout called by Niko Medved. Casey, you're a player in this situation. What is going on right there? What's Niko Medved talking about with this Colorado State team? Free throws, or he's talking about, defensive strategy, who to foul on the other side? What's he talking about?
Yeah, clock management, score management right here. So there's 35.2 seconds. There's 30 seconds on the shot clock. See, you basically have to foul. You can't just play it out. But you're not going to foul right away for Niko Medved. What you're trying to do is you're going to either play man-to-man full court or zone pressure, and you're going to try and create a trap, a turnover. And this is a Nevada team that is really depleted now. No Keenan Blackshear, been out the whole game due to injury. No Trey Coleman.
Yeah.
And so there are not a lot of ball handlers. You know, they're depleted. So go after them, try to create a turnover. But if Nevada breaks the pressure and they get across half court, you got to foul.
Coleman just fouled out, but he was absolutely sensational tonight. Timely shots, great defense. Arguably Nevada's MVP, at least as an all-around player this game. Of course, Lucas has handled the offense at 19 points. He's only shooting 5 for 17. Has knocked down all his free throws.
Yeah, offensively, Trey Coleman certainly did his job to fill a little bit of that Keenan Blackshear void.
Yeah.
14 points, but only 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Normally, he fills every category you can ask for, but he dealt with a lot of foul trouble tonight in this game, did Trey Coleman.
And you can't let 2 touch the ball here, right? You can't let him get there.
No.
And he's going to get there. Now it looks like they'll try to trap him. Don't foul. They've got him bottled up. They got to cross the line, and then they foul Rollison. So good execution of what you were talking about. They had time to work with to not immediately have to foul Lucas. And now they're going to send Tyler Rollison, the freshman from Los Angeles in St. Bernard High School, to the free throw line where he's 73%. 4 fouls on Clifford, who committed it, had to.
I haven't followed Tyler Rollison's entire career, but I'd have to imagine that these 2 free throws are amongst the biggest he's ever had.
Ice cold nerves. If there were nerves, I couldn't see them on that free throw. Now a little cat and mouse game. I like to see this cat and mouse game as they try to run around and freeze the free throw shoot. Try to get him out of this rhythm. Needs this one. Got it. 6-point game. Colorado State. Stevens behind the back. They move the ball. They need this 3 by Clifford. And they got it. That's not the guy they want to foul, but they might have to. Oh, body sliding around on the sideline. Lucas took the brunt of that foul. Spring training has just started. This isn't baseball, but that looked like a nasty slide right there.
Perfect offensive execution on that last possession. Patrick Cartier making the extra pass. There's another look at that neat Clifford foul. Look,
fouled out. He's done.
Obviously the right call. The clock is running out, okay? But I still think you really want to avoid fouling Jarod Lucas at all costs. Like, try and figure out a way to just corral him in a trap, make him give the ball up, even if 5 more seconds or 6 more seconds go off that clock. If you're a Rams fan, you don't want to see this guy walk into the foul line.
Both teams still have 1 timeout. Lucas 7 for 7. Wow.
shoot 100%. He shoots 90.
That's true.
4-point game. No timeout yet from Medved. Stevens behind the back, loses it, gets it back, calms his nerves and hits it off the glass. And they let Lucas catch it again.
Well, that's harder to do though, Derek, because off of that score, how about the intelligence to quickly inbound that pass? Because the defense isn't set up. They were in offensive mode. Watch this here. Really nice move by Stevens. And then that's Daniel Foster. That is heads-up basketball.
Wow. Are you kidding me? I don't believe what I'm seeing right now. This is Mountain West pressure at its finest. Wow! He missed two! And now they're down by two! Stevens for the tie! Oh! What just happened?
Didn't see this coming, folks. Jarod Lucas, over 91% from the foul line, misses 3 of his last 4, including 2 in a row. And then Isaiah Stevens, this is not surprising at all. That's not surprising. Him one-on-one against Lucas from half court. That is advantage Colorado State. And just adding to Isaiah Stevens' legacy here in Fort Collins, they're going to build a statue of this dude outside of Moby Arena someday. But all of that, Derek, and we are back where we started. And Nevada's got a chance here. 2.5 seconds. The referees put an extra 0.3, by the way, on there. You can run the baseline for the inbounder. Daniel Foster will take it out. He can run the baseline side to side. Obviously, they want Jarod Lucas or Hunter McIntosh.
No timeouts for the Rams. Lucas fires for the win! Oh! Jarod Lucas lost his mind from half court, and it's a party for the Wolfpack. A stone cold stunner, and Nevada wins it.
They just backed up defensively. I mean, obviously, this is an incredibly difficult shot, but no resistance here from Colorado State defensively. They let him shoot that one from half court. Jarod Lucas, one of the best shooting guards in the country, showing off his insane range. What a game.
You saw it right there. Tapping his jersey. Was there any doubt? Bank is closed. It doesn't matter. The lights have been turned out. Jarod Lucas with the shot of the year. Maybe in all of college basketball.
A little preview of March Madness. March is only a couple of days away. Man, what a battle between these two teams. Wish they were all like this.
Well, like you said, it's not March yet, but you can feel the madness in the Mountain West as Lucas takes a bow, waves goodbye to the Moby Arena crowd. He's feeling himself as he may have just hit one of the biggest shots in Nevada history.
Without Keenan Blackshear, their second leading scorer, their leading assist maker, he's not in this game because of an injury, and credit everybody. Okay, Jarod Lucas hit the exclamation point on this game, but it was an entire team effort to fill that void for Steve Alford's squad. A massive win for a team that is squarely on the bubble, and I'm telling you right now, this win, they are safely in the field. They are a lock for the NCAA tournament now.
I mean, I don't even believe what I just saw. pandemonium at Colorado State. Can you imagine the Nevada fans back at home who are watching this game? This is a game here where you want to be hosting a watch party in your own arena back in Lawler Event Center. And that is how we say goodnight here from Fort Collins as Jarod Lucas wins it long ball style at the buzzer. And they knock off the Colorado State Rams, handing him their first conference loss at home. For Casey Jacobson and the whole Fox Sports crew, I'm Derek Clark, signing off from Mountain West After Dark here on FS1.